out there for us. And of course, the Massachusetts Department of Transportation is telling folks to please stay home, stay off these roads. And for the most part, we have seen that. It's mostly been these bulldozers and the plows moving on through. We're just outside of Faneuil Hall, which is a busy destination here for folks with restaurants, shops. There's no one in there. It's almost deserted. Just a few stragglers here and there. So again, things are looking good in terms of people staying off the roads, and they're certainly saying keep doing that. Let's head back to the studio now with Jennifer. She's tracking how things are faring there. Jennifer?
Yeah, it's so good to see that there's only plows moving behind you and not a lot of cars on the roads. Well, let's give you the latest details on Winter Storm Skylar. And again, a blizzard is going on across parts of the Northeast, including the Boston area. FlightWare is saying that about 1,500 flights have been canceled. The Amtrak train service has been suspended from New York to Boston. And operations on snow routes in Massachusetts for the MBTA. Extremely reduced schedule, they are saying, all due to the blizzard. Let's go to Long Island right now, and that's where we find meteorologist Mike Seidel. He's in the central part of Long Island, where, Mike, it looks like some of that heavy snow is kind of tapered off for a little bit.
Yeah, what a turnaround in the past couple hours. We started out at 11 Eastern with heavy snow, winds gusting upwards of 30 miles an hour. Now the winds have backed off a little bit, but the snow has almost ended for now, and we're just about done. The sun has come through the overcast, and look at the highway out here. This was covered with snow at 11 o'clock when we had that heavy snow band, and now it's just wet. Let's bring in Angie Carpenter, who is the town supervisor for the city of Islip. And what's the status of your fair city here this morning as far as power outages and roadways?
Well, we started out this morning in the town of 350,000 residents having over 300 outages. Now we're down to 7, so we're almost all
Not
good.
too shabby. 7.
Not too shabby, not too shabby. And our crews are out there. They've been working since 1 in the morning, salting and sanding the roads in preparation for the snow. We've had all of our equipment out, our parks equipment, DPW equipment, the departments are combined, so it works real well. And we've got about 300 hard pieces of equipment out there too. So our goal now is to make sure that rush hour, everyone coming home, that the roads are clear and safe, and our train stations, we've got a lot of commuters coming from the city, so that's our area of focus right now.
Okay, we've got to run. We appreciate you stopping by. Angie Carpenter, town supervisor here in Islip. 350,000 people, and power now only out to 7 customers. Continuing coverage, more from Boston's blizzard next.
Mom, Dad, hi. I had a very minor fender bender tonight in an unreasonably narrow fast food drive-through lane. But what a powerful life lesson. And don't worry, I have everything handled. I already spoke to our Allstate agent, and I know that we have accident forgiveness, which is so smart on your guys' part. Like the fact that they'll just forgive you.
4 weeks without the car.
Okay, yep, good night.
With accident forgiveness, your rates won't go up just because of an accident. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
At Crown Plaza, we know business travel isn't just business. There's this. A bit of this. Why not? Your hotel should make it easy to do all the things you do, which is what we do. Crown Plaza. We're all business. Mostly.
I think what makes the Weather Channel's coverage unique is that we are meteorologists. We know what's going on with the weather.
Those moments where we're dealing with life-threatening situations, we have a charge. We have a responsibility.
You have purpose. You have to get these people out of harm's way.
I'm telling people on TV the exact same thing that I would tell my family members.
And that's really what we're trying to do here, is to make sure people stay as safe as they can and save lives.
A blizzard warning is in effect. Currently in our area, 32 degrees with snow and windy conditions. Today, snow along with gusty winds and blizzard conditions at times. High 34. Tonight, windy with snow early, low 28. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Smooth, easy strokes.
When you're raising a child,
Pinch.
be soft. When you're doing it alone, be strong.
Thanks, Dad.
Life takes softness and strength, which is why we make Angel Soft with a balance of both.
The table is where I earned my college degree. It's where I studied over dinner and realized it's never too late to make a change. My name is Frederick. I eat Stouffer's mac and cheese, and I hunger for the next chapter. Stouffer's. What are you hungry for?
I could do grab a...
Yeah, sure. You know what? It's all right.
The moment you realize a good backyard party requires a good backyard.
At Lowe's, we have everything you need to create the outdoor space you've always wanted.
Get 20% off your purchase of 2 different Select Scott's products at Lowe's.
Steak? I thought we were on a budget.
I can't eat another fish stick.
I hear you. How about a vacation?
I thought we were on a budget.
If we book on Allegiant, we can totally afford it. The sun, the surf, we all deserve a break. Listen to your wallet.
Kids all set?
Yeah. What should I order? It's so beautiful here. I love the sun. The weather is perfect. My tan looks amazing.
Ready to eat?
Listen to your wallet and visit Allegiant.com now.
Long John Silver's lets you skip your trip to the same old, and indulge in the different new. Like our classic Alaskan cod and shrimp basket for just $5.99. Change up what you're used to at Long John Silver's.
I can't believe it's Head & Shoulders.
I thought it was just for, like, dandruff.
The new formula intensely moisturizes your hair and scalp and keeps you up to 100% flake-free. And now try new Head & Shoulders conditioner.
Dear great-great-grandfather, you made moonshine in a backwoods still, smuggled booze, and dodged the law. Even when they brought you in, they could never hold you down. When I built my family tree and found you, I found my sense of adventure. I set off on a new life 1,000,000 miles away. I'm Heidi Schwanier, and this is my ancestry story.
Now, with over 10 billion historical records, discover your story. Get started for free at Ancestry.com.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. Many people with Medicare may be able to get extra benefits and don't even know they're available. You may be able to get dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drug coverage included in your plan. The Medicare Coverage Helpline is accepting calls to see if you're eligible to enroll now. You may be able to get extra benefits including dental, vision, and prescription drug coverage.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Buchwald. Making sure you go to the doctor and taking all your medications as prescribed can help protect your health. To make it easier, you may now be able to enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan that includes coverage for dental, vision, and prescription drugs. Help protect your health by choosing the right plan for you and get all the benefits you deserve.
Call to see if you may be able to get extra benefits, including dental, vision, and prescription coverage. Don't delay. Call to see if you're eligible to enroll and may be able to get extra benefits now. Call 800-346-4800. That's 800-346-4800.
We have a charge. We have a responsibility to provide information to people to help them, help their communities, help their families stay safe. And it matters so much.
Breaking now, blizzard officially being met. That criteria in the Boston area at Logan. It's pretty amazing as those winds have really picked up over the last couple of hours. So blizzard officially met in Boston as we've seen the visibility come down to 1/4 of a mile. Those winds gusting up over 35 miles an hour. This has lasted for 3 hours or more. So pretty amazing. And this is something that we've seen take place last year, February, as well as January of 2015. So we've actually seen blizzard criteria met at Boston Logan 3 of the last 4 winters, which is really an incredible thing when you think about it, because it's so hard to actually meet that criteria. As I mentioned, you got to have the 1/4 mile visibility, you got to have those winds 35 miles per hour, and it needs to last for at least 3 hours. If it's just 2, not officially a blizzard. But now, again, breaking now, we do have officially a blizzard in Boston. Pretty amazing, and we have no doubt noticed it really coming down with the snow and the winds picking up quite a bit. As we look around, it's snow-filled. 6 o'clock this morning we started, and it was not. Just outside here at Faneuil Hall, of course, a lot of folks like to gather, shops, businesses, restaurants as well, but there's no one here because it's just no one wants to be out in in this mess, that's for sure. The plows, they've been out, as well as the bulldozers, trying to clear some of these streets, but even as they've come through over and over and over, they've been out constantly trying to clear, but it's still pretty rough out here. This is one of the sidewalks, and you can see they've gone through, but still quite a bit of a slushy mess. That's one area where they've actually cleared things. I'll walk across the street, try to make sure I don't get hit by a bulldozer or a plow. I walk across the street. Tough to even tell where the sidewalk ends, right? Here is the street. I'm actually walking across the street to another side where the bulldozer has not made it to. And look at that. Look at that. That's the snow that has piled up here since 6 o'clock this morning. My foot goes right through it. This is amazing. We didn't have much this morning, but now it is really, really piled up. This is an incredible thing to see here. Amazing indeed. But you don't want to be out in this mess. Certainly for travel purposes, it is just not safe. Let's get back to you there in the studio, Carl and Jennifer, tracking our winter storm Skylar, officially a blizzard here in Boston.
What a day as those winds are so strong. Thanks so much, Alex. All right, so let's talk more about this storm. And again, we're noticing those winds continuing to stay at that 35 mile an hour for several hours.
Yeah, and you can really see why we have such a windstorm here. Looking at the pressure, this is a 1 millibar increments, and so the pressure is 970, so there is a 50 millibar difference between the central pressure and what's going on in southern parts of Canada. And the atmosphere doesn't like that, and what it does to equal things out is make a lot of wind. Winds have been gusting as high as 70 miles per hour on the Cape. We'll take a look at the current wind gusts, now down to 56 in Nantucket, so it looks like it's backing off just a little bit. We may have passed the peak of the storm. I mean, you know, it's still, you know,
still pretty strong.
Pretty rough, yeah. And now gusting to 45 miles per hour in Boston. And take a look at this. New Bedford, a tree into a house. We've had several reports of structural damage, not just trees and wires down, and then also multiple trees down, striking homes and cars in Whitman, not very far away from Brockton. So this has been a really dangerous storm.
And it's not just in the Boston area, although again, we have the blizzard in Boston. We're also getting reports of the blizzard up in Manchester and across northern New England. Now, explain a little bit more about this radar and the intense blues that we're seeing.
Yeah, so you're seeing a very strong band that's now coming through the west side of 495 into Manchester. So you're probably getting snowfall rates of 2 to 3 inches per hour there. And that certainly does lower the visibilities, and that can contribute to the blizzard conditions. And then we see that right along the 395 corridor in eastern parts of Connecticut as well. So we've got a long way to go with this storm.
Yes, we do. All right, thanks so much, Carl. Let's head back out to Boston. That's where we find Alex.
Indeed, Jennifer is still out here in the thick of things. The snow's still coming down, and the winds have been gusty at times as well. And look at this. I mean, it's really piled up here for us. Just outside of Faneuil Hall, busy area. We'll continue to track things here for you in the city. Live coverage all up and down to the northeast corridor here on Winter Storm Skylar. Powerful system. Yet another nor'easter impacting the northeast.
A blizzard warning is in effect. Currently in our area, 32 degrees with snow and windy conditions. Today, snow along with gusty winds and blizzard conditions at times. High 34. Tonight, windy with snow early, low 28. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Breaking information here for you out of the Boston area. We officially have a blizzard. Yes, indeed. The winds have cranked up. The snow's piling up and really making travel treacherous, officially meeting that blizzard criteria, which is not an easy thing to do. Actually, the third time in 4 winters we've done it here in Boston, which is really amazing when you think about it, because you have to have 1/4 mile visibility. That's one of the criteria that needs to be met, or less. You need to have those winds cranking up 35 miles per hour or greater, and it needs to be taking place for at least 3 hours. So it's not easy to meet that blizzard criteria, and we have done that now in Boston 3 out of the last 4 winters. I'm right now in the middle of Faneuil Hall, which is a busy area here of shops and restaurants. But as we pan around, and there goes yet another one of those big gusts, that's what we've noticed. That's probably the strongest we've had since I've been out here. Really strong gusts. You got a couple of stragglers, but I'd imagine on a Tuesday afternoon now, as we're a little bit past the lunch hour, this place would be packed with people. But instead, all you've got, if we turn around here, you got a gentleman here. He's got the shovel out. He's trying to shovel out the walkway areas as well. A couple of folks there doing the same thing. We turn back towards this area. Here's another gentleman. He's doing his best here. There he is, waving, trying to clear things out. So that's all we've got. And again, this is a busy area, but no one's out. And that is really good to know. There's not a lot of people out here in this mess. And that's what they're telling folks to be doing. Staying inside, because it's just not safe to be out. Certainly for travel for purposes as well. Not only is it not safe, but also with you being out there, that just takes place of the plows that are trying to clear these streets. And there are a number of them in the Boston area, 700 equipment, the vehicles that are out trying to clear the snow and get things settled out there for you on those roadways. Across the state of Massachusetts, that number blossoms up over 3,000. So they are out in full force trying to clear these streets. They're doing the best they can. We've seen a number of these plows move on through. And even with them doing so, it's tough to get the snow removed because it's coming down so much. Radar pictures showing you socked in pretty good with that snow here across New England. Doesn't seem to want to be letting up anytime soon here in eastern Massachusetts, where again the gusty winds continue and the snow continues to drive in as well, helping you pile up. This whole area was clear, just wet earlier this morning, about 6 o'clock in the morning. Now we're filled in snow, and we still have a bit more to go throughout the rest of the afternoon hours as well. A lot to track for you here in Boston, as well as up and down the Northeast corridor, and we'll certainly continue to do that throughout the rest of the day. Let's get you out to Plymouth, Massachusetts, where our very own Jim Cantori has been tracking Winter Storm Skylar.
We are in the teeth of this blizzard here in Plymouth, Massachusetts, and I'm looking around on the ground at all this open grass, and I'm like, well, how am I going to give these guys a snow measurement? I'm not. I'm going to go to the telephone pole. It's a heavy wet snow accumulating on the side of the telephone pole. We are soaked to the bone, and you can see there's about 6 inches of heavy wet snow out through here. A little while ago, an Eversource truck came by. That's the main power company down here. He said, Jim, this is going to be bad. This is going to be really bad. A little bit of good news in the fact that the power companies never left, because they just restored the power from the last storm. And they're going to be ready to get things back up and running, hopefully after this storm pulls away. But we still have several hours of this biting cold, this biting heavy wet snow to deal with. And unfortunately, more and more power outages to go. We've had 1 hurricane force gust at Woods Hole so far. There will be more to come, possibly for the Outer Cape and the islands. Other than that, again, here in Plymouth County, at least 80% of the county is without power. A testament to the month that it's been here in Massachusetts. For some, this will be the 3rd time without power. Enough is enough. And hopefully, as your meteorology friends have been telling you here and you've been watching on TV, the European model has been showing yet another potential blizzard for next week. Let's hope it's wrong. Back to you.
Oh, Jim, that is not what we want to hear, that's for sure. Certainly here in the Boston area, where the snow continues to pile up out there. As we take a look here, I'm in Faneuil Hall in the middle of it here, and they're trying to clear things out a bit. In fact, as you look over towards my right here, see a couple of stragglers, but that's about it. But look at the gentleman here trying to clear these sidewalks and doing the best that they can. We do want to make sure you know that this is that heavy, wet snow, the type of stuff that can cause that heart attack action. So be careful trying to shovel this stuff, that is for sure. Let's get back to the studio now with our storm specialist, Carl Parker. Carl?
All right, Alex, we've got ongoing blizzard conditions all across southeastern New England, that being a function of visibilities along with very strong wind. And we do indeed have those quarter-mile visibilities just about everywhere you look, with the winds continuing to gust in into the 40 and 50 mile per hour range. Very strong area of low pressure now south of Halifax and Nova Scotia. This has mostly been a snowstorm, maybe a little rain mixing in at times in far southeastern New England, and the winds continue to howl, gusting to 45 miles per hour in Boston and 56 in Nantucket. Many reports of trees and wires down and structural damage as well. Trees falling on houses and cars, especially on the South Shore. Now look at this band that is coming up into Manchester, into Fitchburg and Worcester and the Worcester Hills. Within that band, we are likely going to see snowfall rates of 3 to 4 inches per hour. So we could easily get 1.5 feet of snow in these areas with that very heavy snow. That continues also down 395 into eastern Connecticut and also into the eastern part of Long Island. And the winds are quite strong here too, and it becomes a more dry, more powdery snow as you get farther inland, so it adds up more quickly. Winds gusting to 46 in Providence and about 30 miles per hour in Hartford. Backing down into Long Island, snow is beginning to thin out, still very heavy on the far eastern end of the island in East Hampton, but you see it's now beginning to thin out in Islip, so a little bit of snow in the tri-state area as well, and light snow now from the Catskills and up into the Adirondacks. So the power outage forecast, including much of eastern parts of New England, that's likely in southeast Mass. The winds are going to continue to be very strong right through this evening, still gusting 40 to 50 miles per hour in Nantucket, and then even into tomorrow and even into Thursday, we've still got stronger winds. They're not going to be as strong, but it's still going to be very gusty. That's tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. and then we take it forward through the day on Wednesday and into Thursday, and you've still got winds gusting up to 30 and 35 miles per hour. Let's get back out to Mike Seidel in New York. And Mike, how are things looking there now? Is it beginning to thin out?
It has. What a turnaround. A few hours ago, heavy snow, visibility a quarter mile now. The sun is coming out. Temperatures are above freezing, and the big melt gets underway here in Islip. We'll come back and update you with the air for the latest on the airports in New York City, tell you what's going on there, and forecast ahead in Boston.
For my constipation, my doctor recommended I switch to Miralax. Stimulant laxatives make your body go by forcefully stimulating the nerves in your colon. Miralax is different. It works with the water in your body to hydrate and soften, unblocking your system naturally. Miralax.
It's time to drop all those unhealthy pounds that have been weighing you down.
I'm Michelle, and I dropped 41 pounds on Nutrisystem.
Introducing new for 2018, Turbo 13, our best program ever. Lose up to 13 pounds and 7 inches overall in your first month. Lose weight fast, money back guaranteed.
I'm Marie, and I dropped 50 pounds on Nutrisystem.
Order your 28-day plan right now, and we'll rush you Turbo 13 with specially designed meals. Plus 1 week of all new NutriCurb bars to curb cravings free. 1 week of Turbo Shakes to help shrink your belly free. And 1 week of all new Turbo Boosters to rev your metabolism free.
79 pounds down.
Call or go online in the next 2 minutes, and we'll even throw in FedEx shipping free. Lose up to 13 pounds and 7 inches overall in your first month.
If I can do it, you can do it. Join me in the millions of people who have lost weight with Nutrisystem.
Go online or call 877-879-THIN right now and get Turbo 13 with bars, shakes, and Turbo Boosters free.
Is this my car? State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these.
Is this my car?
This is ridiculous!
This is ridiculous! Ah!
From car insurance to car loans, State Farm is here to help life go right.
As winter storm Skylers impact grows, there is one place to turn to and to trust, taking you to the worst conditions, preparing you to stay safe. Every season, every storm, every time you watch. Trust in the Weather Channel.
A blizzard warning is in effect. Currently in our area, 32 degrees with snow and windy conditions. Today, snow along with gusty winds and blizzard conditions at times. High 34. Tonight, windy with snow early, low 28. Here's our 7-day outlook.
We have a charge, we have a responsibility to provide information to people to help them, help their communities, help their families stay safe, and it matters so much.
Please keep your shoes on. Stop messing with your sister. Hey, don't make me come back there.
So?
Feels really good. Yeah, I'm gonna buy it.
Customer service that goes the extra mile. Enterprise makes it easy.
Discover the new Nivea oil-infused lotion. Nourishing oils meet fast-absorbing lotions. Refined with indulging scents. For beautifully nourished skin. New Nivea oil-infused lotion.
Are you hiring great people?
I get more talented people through the door through Indeed than any other job search that I use.
Indeed delivers 6 times more hires than any other job site. Post a job in minutes, and Indeed will help you zero in on just the right candidates. Plus, there are no upfront costs or long-term contracts.
Nothing has ever been this easy, this simple, and this effective.
Right now, start your first job posting with free premium placement. Search for greatness. Indeed, the world's #1 job site.
Introducing new Post-it Extreme Notes. They stick in tough conditions, so you can get it set and get just about any job done. Water resistant with Durahold paper and adhesive. New Post-it Extreme Notes. They're tailored for tough.
Continuing coverage of Winter Storm Skylar. That continues here on the Weather Channel. Meteorologist Alex Wallace here with you in Boston, where we officially have met blizzard criteria at Logan. That is incredible that we've dealt with that now 3 of the last 4 winters. It's not easy to get that taking shape. Just outside here of Faneuil Hall, really busy area here of shops and restaurants. Not busy today, though, because folks are heeding the warnings and staying away. For the most part, you see a straggler here or there, but mostly a deserted area at this point, which is good news. This is a spot here, as you look behind me, you see some of these benches showing up. Look at this bench. People would normally be sitting down and enjoying a nice little tasty beverage, a little lunch. Instead, snow-packed with a lot of snow, and it's that heavy stuff that we're continuing to deal with here over the last several hours, really packing and piling up with several inches of snow. And the winds, they've gusted. Started to get quite gusty here over the last couple of hours as well, and again, hence that blizzard warning that has taken shape as well. I want to point out this gentleman here, he's been out here all morning long as well, and look at this. You can clearly see the snow that is caked on him before I fall here, because the snow has piled up quite a bit. But look at this. Look at all this snow that's piled up here on this front side as the wind is really driven onto the statue. And the poor guy here, he's covered in it as well as myself. I'm not sure where he's going, but he's not going to get there too fast, that's for sure, in this mess. And that is what has been quite a bit of a mess. The roadways are still looking pretty rough. And that is despite the fact that we've seen a number of plows and bulldozers coming through as well to try to clear things up. If they hadn't been out here all morning long, it would be impossible to be out here trying to travel and navigate, that's for sure. But even now, Massachusetts Department of Transportation saying avoid travel if you can, only in an emergency situation should you be heading out in this mess. Boston, the schools are closed. That is exactly what we want to be doing. And of course, we're dealing with power outages here, which are getting up over 200,000. Just amazing. And the vast majority of those power outages are in the state of Massachusetts. So it's not a fun time, that is for sure. Let's get back to the studio now with Jennifer. She's tracking some of the travel issues. That has also been another part of this story of Winter Storm Skylar.
All right, it's amazing to see the cameraman just have to wipe the lens down every few seconds because that's just how terrible it is to be out there. We have numerous cancellations. The airlines ahead of time have canceled flights in mainly in the Northeast, and delays are huge as well. Been checking on the flights in Boston and Manchester as well as into the Providence area. All of them have been canceled or extremely delayed. If you're traveling by road, again, it's going to be extremely tough, not just because of visibility, but watch out for the winds. Sustained winds at more than 30 miles an hour. That's certainly going to create some very rough conditions for travelers. Let's go down into Long Island. That's where we find Mike Seidel, and he has been dealing with the Winter Storm Skylar. Although, Mike, it's just a different scene from what we're seeing up in Boston compared to what we have behind you now.
Oh, it has really turned around 180 degrees. We came out here this morning, heavy snow, winds gusting over 30 miles an hour. We peaked at 37, and now it's pretty much ended. We've seen glimpses of the sunshine. The temperature is now up to 33. And look at the roadway now. It's just wet. Everything is melted off. And across the way, you can see what they're doing in the shopping center. We've got 5 or 6 gentlemen over there. We've got the plow. They're digging out and cleaning up very quickly. And it's pretty heavy-duty work because this is a very heavy, wet snow. There's a lot of moisture in it because it fell at temperatures of 32 to 34 degrees. As far as power outages go here on the island, PSE&G continues to get the power back on. We started out at 10 a.m. when I came out here about 5,000, went up to 6,800. Now we're down to 5,300. And in Islip, earlier this morning, 350,000 residents, 300 customers out, now just 7 customers. But the worries continue. The impacts on the high end of the scale in Boston and eastern New England. We'll go back to Alex Wallace there. We'll have other crews joining us throughout the day here on the Weather Channel.
At Safe Flight Auto Glass, we know that when you're spending time with the grandkids, every minute counts. And you don't have time for a cracked windshield. That's why at Safe Flight, we'll show you exactly when we'll be there with a replacement you can trust. Well done, sir.
Looks great.
Thanks for choosing Safe Flight.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye. Saving you time so you can keep saving the world.
Safe Flight Repair, Safe Flight Replace.
Progressive is America's #1 motorcycle insurer.
Yeah, she does, Pearl. Best bike I ever owned.
No, you're never alone because our claims reps are available 24/7. We even cover accessories and custom parts.
We did get an early start. Took the kids to soccer practice.
You want me to jump that cactus? All right. That lady's awesome.
I don't see a possum.
More and more people are finding themselves in a Chevrolet for the first time. Trying something new can be exciting, empowering, downright exhilarating. See for yourself why Chevrolet is the most awarded and fastest growing brand the last 4 years overall. Switch into a new Chevy now. Current qualified competitive owners and lessees can get this 2018 Chevy Equinox for around $199 a month. Chevrolet, find new roads.
As Winter Storm Skylar's impact grows, there is one place to turn to and to trust, taking you to the worst conditions, preparing you to stay safe. Every season, every storm, every time you watch, trust in the Weather Channel.
The sun used to make our outdoor deck and patio space so hot and uncomfortable, we couldn't use it.
But then we discovered the Sunsetter retractable awning. Our Sunsetter retractable awning opens and closes in just 60 seconds. It keeps our patio about 20 degrees cooler.
It provides instant shade and instant protection from the sun's harmful rays.
And our Sunsetter costs under $700.
But now you can get your Sunsetter for as little as $599 when you call now to get this special $200 discount certificate and free awning idea kit.
We love our Sunsetter retractable awning, and you're going to love yours too.
Sunsetter awnings are assembled in America and guaranteed to last for years. So call now to get this free awning idea kit with DVD, plus your $200 Sunsetter discount certificate.
But this is a limited time offer.
Call now.
Call now for your free awning idea kit with DVD and $200 discount certificate. There's no obligation.
We have a charge. We have a responsibility to provide information to people to help them, help their communities, help their families stay safe. And it matters so much.
A blizzard warning is in effect. Currently in our area, 32 degrees with snow and windy conditions. Today, periods of snow and windy. High 34. Tonight, windy with snow early. Low 28. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Good afternoon. You're looking live at Scituate, Massachusetts, and this is the entire Massachusetts coast. This is what it looks like. We've verified a blizzard in Boston, also in Falmouth, and also in Plymouth. These are pictures from earlier in Scituate, and you can get a sense of what they're dealing with. Again, the difference this week, it's snow and wind. But fortunately, the only high tide we were concerned with was the high tide this morning. The storm's going to pull away, and we will not have to really worry about any more coastal flooding from Winter Storm Skylar. Welcome back. I'm meteorologist Mike Seidel. We're in Islip, New York, about the midway point of Long Island. The National Weather Service in nearby Upton has now dropped the winter storm warning from this part of Suffolk County all the way through Nassau County. The advisories have been dropped in New York City. In fact, Newark International now reporting 38 with some light rain and light snow mix. So the temperatures are now coming back up. We're at 33. Winds are still gusting at 20 to 25 miles an hour. I've measured 7 inches on the ground. What do we need to break the record here for the calendar today for March 13th? Remember 1993, the superstorm? Yes, that's what we need to break, 8.0 inches. I'm not sure if we broke it. There's been a lot of settling out here. We'll get the official word later on today from the Weather Service in Upton. Power outages right now, just over 5,000. That's for the entire island, and that's out of 1.2, almost 1.2 million customers. So a very small percentage. The saving grace, we didn't have nearly the wind we had with Winter Storm Riley, and certainly nothing like they've seen up in parts of eastern New England, especially in southeastern Massachusetts. Let's get back to the studio now with Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer?
All right, thanks so much, Mike. We're tracking all the latest details on Winter Storm Skylar hour by hour, and this is what we know right now. Nearly 4 million are under a blizzard warning. The mayor of Boston has declared a snow emergency for the city. A new number in on those without power, up to now 200,000. Schools across much of the Northeast are closed today, including the metro New York area, Boston, Portland, and Rhode Island. Let's head back out to Mike on Long Island. And again, Mike, just amazing that it was 25 years ago, the storm of the century on this date. And look at what we're seeing across the Northeast today.
Yeah, the Northeast gets it, but boy, if you remember how bad it was with a surge in Florida, Atlanta getting, parts of Atlanta getting double-digit snowfall. So it's really confined up here, and certainly in Massachusetts, parts of Connecticut. Speaking of that, let's go to Rook Ronan. He's the mayor of Hartford, Connecticut. He's on the phone with us right now. And Mayor, thanks for joining us. You haven't been hit as hard as your neighboring friends and cohorts even in Boston, where they've verified a blizzard. But give us the latest takeaway from what you've seen so far there in Hartford.
So far in Hartford, we've been really lucky. We got a lot of snow last week. We were ready for a lot of snow today. We had our parking ban in place, dumped a lot of material on the roads. But so far, there's been very, very little to any accumulation on our roads. We've got maybe a couple inches, on grass and other surfaces. But roads are good. Now, there are a lot of towns and the area around Hartford that have gotten hit harder. There's just a lot of variation in how much snow has come down around the state, it seems like.
Yeah, we saw that last week. How would you rank this one with the one from March 2nd and the one last Wednesday? We had Riley and Quinn. Each of them have their different, MO. One had more snow, one had more wind. Certainly the March 2nd one had more wind.
Yeah, it's windy out there, but there's really, this doesn't even compare to past significant storms. There's hardly anything on the roads. They're a little bit slippery. As the temperature drops, we're concerned that it may turn to ice, and so we're making sure to push the slush off the roads. But it's really not too bad. We got off easy this time.
That's good to hear. Mayor, thanks for joining us from Hartford, Connecticut. We will come back. We'll go back to Boston, where they have verified a blizzard. Yes, in Beantown. Alex Wallace joins us next, right here.
Backstreet in my slippers. I'm going on a Target run. You need anything?
Toilet paper? Cereal? Maybe some chew toys?
Got it.
Get low prices today and every day. Target run and done.
Average lasagna? Not in this house. Because that's no average family. That's your family, which is why you didn't grab just any cheese. You picked up Kraft mozzarella with a touch of Philadelphia for lasagna. Yeah. Kraft. Family greatly.
Going somewhere? Here's some advice. TripAdvisor now searches more than 200 booking sites to find the hotel you want and save you up to 30%. Trust this bird's words. TripAdvisor.
I lost 25 pounds on Jenny Craig.
From a top diet 8 years straight comes the all-new Rapid Results by Jenny Craig. Lose up to 16 pounds in just 4 weeks with food you love. Eat 6 times a day with no prepping or cooking.
You have your breakfast, lunch, and dinner ready to go. It's all laid out for you.
So you can get on with your day and watch the pounds melt off.
Man up, give them a call.
Start Rapid Results and lose 16 pounds for $16 plus the cost of food and get $100 in free food.
I was so congested, and neti pots, drugs, and nasal sprays were just not doing the job. I was sure nothing would work until I tried the My Pure Mist-Free steam inhaler. My doctor told me that steam is a really effective natural decongestant. With my little personal spa, I am free to breathe. It's the only cordless and the only ultra-pure steam inhaler. If allergies or sinus congestion is holding you back, you need to try the My Pure Mist-Free.
Get My Pure Mist at Target, Bed Bath & Beyond, or Amazon.
Not quite that, but it'll feel like it. York, get the sensation.
Your heart doesn't only belong to you. And if you have heart failure, entrusting your heart to Entresto may help. Entresto is a heart failure medicine that helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. In the largest heart failure study ever, Entresto was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital compared to a leading heart failure medicine. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren. If you've had angioedema while taking an ACE or ARB medicine, don't take Entresto. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto and help make more tomorrows possible.
As Winter Storm Skylar's impact grows, there is one place to turn to and to trust, taking you to the worst conditions, preparing you to stay safe. Every season, every storm, every time you watch, trust in the Weather Channel.
A blizzard warning is in effect. Currently in our area, 32 degrees with snow and windy conditions. Today, periods of snow and windy. High 34. Tonight, windy with snow early. Low 28. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Closed captioning brought to you by California Walnuts.
What makes this simple dinner the best simple dinner ever? Great tasting, heart healthy California walnuts. So simple, so good.
We don't have audio. Checking in on some of this video.